Greetings, family. Um, so I don't know. I'm in my bedroom. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I don't want to go anywhere else though. Looks like my Wi-Fi connection is slow. Um, but I don't want to go anywhere else. Um, I want to do this before I lose my nerve. Greetings, you guys. Greetings, Goddess Aja, Shauna Michelle. I have a word for y'all today. I want to tell you before I lose my nerve because I know as soon as I get up and get busy and start moving around, greetings, balance, that I'm going to put it away, that I'm going to reduce it, that I'm going to put it away. I'm going to put it away. But I've been up. I'm wearing headphones because I need the music. Can you guys hear me okay? Can y'all hear me okay? Somebody give me a thumbs up or something. Because I may need to turn you know what, I will. I have the fan on. I'm going to turn the fan off to kind of like limit the background noise. Because I want y'all to hear me today. I want y'all to hear me today. Yep, I want y'all to hear me today. So much has happened. So much has been happening. And I've been talking to y'all off and on about the so much that's happening for, some time now. Yesterday, I got invited to go to see a movie. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the series of movies that came out in the early 2000s called Zeitgeist. It was Zeitgeist, the addendum, all that, right? So the dude who made those movies did another movie. His release was last night. The movie release was last night. And it was intense. And it was not hopeful. And I went with some friends. Well, I went with a friend who brought other friends. So it ended up being me and 4 white guys going to see this movie. 5 white guys going to see this movie. So the energy, greetings, Abasi. I love the name change, sir. Gorilla of the Matriarchs. I'm here for it. Anyway, I took about 1,000 notes from this movie last night. This documentary. And then afterwards, we all went out. My phone is acting janky. We all went out to kind of like sum up, talk about the movie. Now, my spirit innately knew that this was going to be problematic and I was going to lead the conversation frustrated. But I did it anyway. I went. I'm just going to tell you, I left there. I left there frustrated, but I don't know what I expected. And I've been frustrated. The name of the movie was Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist. It was the continuation of a string of movies called Zeitgeist, the movie. And I'm going to tell you, baby, I went to sleep. I didn't get home till maybe about 1 o'clock in the morning. I went to sleep. I tossed and turned. I told you my dream's been crazy. My dream's been fucking out of control, out of pocket. You feel me? I woke up this morning. And mind you, I didn't get to sleep till about 2. I got up this morning. I have been up sitting in the same position that you see me in right now since 5 o'clock. And the reason that I hesitate listen, the mother, listen, the mother, the great, most ancient, jet black, primordial she woke me up to spank me this morning. And I tossed and turned. When I woke up, I tossed and turned. I was like, no, I'm going back to sleep. I'm going back to sleep. And she was like, bitch, no, you ain't. I was fighting, like literally fighting, like, tossing and turning. I'm going back to sleep. No, you are not. I want to go to sleep. I have to work today. I have to make money. I have to pay. I want to go back to sleep. No, you are not going back to sleep. Wake up. Wake up, baby. I have been in here subdued. All in divine timing, baby. And the reason I hesitate is because all I did was dictate today. That's all I did. Everything that came without thinking, without debating, without, fitting it into preposition logic, fixed ideological thinking. Whatever came was what I wrote. Whatever she said was what I wrote. In the last 2 days, even in my waking hours, driving yesterday to see a client, baby, I was overcome. I was overcome. Something is happening. Something is happening. And we have to give voice to it. Oh, goddamn. We have to give voice to it, baby. We have to give it space. Oh my God, we have to give it its time on the block. If we are to restore us, if we are to save us, we have to be brutally honest with us. Every aspect, every possibility. No. Maybe she woke me up to hand me my ass today. Yes, she did. So I'm going to preface by telling you, because all I'm going to do is read to you, word for word, every note I took over the last fucking 4 hours. That's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to preface that by telling you this. I don't know what after this. I've been on here convicted for some time now, 4 or 5 years. I've been here certain, continue to be certain that what I am saying, what I am doing, how I behave, the actions that I take are always in alignment with the mother's will. Certain of it. But what she told me today, baby, it did not come from nowhere. It did not come from my imagination. The shit was so specific and hurtful and radical and contrary to so much of what I am contrary. So wildly contrary to so much that I have talked to you about over the years. It was timely and it was purposeful. Those things that I talked to you about when they came to me, when they needed to be addressed, they were perfect in their timing. But this is the evolutionary process. All things are necessary. Ooh. All things are necessary. All of it. And if that is the case, child, goddamn. Can we be okay with wading through the most uncomfortable truths? Ooch. The truths that do not fit our narrative, the truths that do, the truths that change, forcing us to go deeper and deeper and deeper just when we think we've gotten to the root, just when we think we've gotten to the origin, just when we think we've gotten to the essence. Baby, she says, go deeper. You ain't done yet. There's more. Go deeper. Go deeper. Go deeper. Oh, child, y'all ain't ready for what I got to tell y'all today. I wasn't ready for it. I still ain't ready for it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But it was so on time. I've been forcing and fighting and pushing so long, imposing, proving, begging, seeking for so long. And everything that I have been, quote, doing is in direct opposition to what I have been saying out of my mouth. I want to unfold in my life, and I want to unfold in the lives of others. It's been in direct opposition. It has been in direct opposition. These things that I've been doing, that at the time I knew were right, felt were right? Felt were necessary, knew that someone else was experiencing the exact same thing, the exact same way, at the exact same time. And so somebody had to have the audacity to speak that out loud. That thing driving all of us fucking crazy. That thing that is most difficult to articulate, but we all feel it urgently. This great, big, elusive, singular thing that has set us on the trajectory that we have been on for a long, long time. And we call it and have called it everything but what it is. And that's what she said on me today, baby. She said, bitch, you the doctor. You the doctor. And you ain't just you ain't just no doctor. I specifically placed you in a position to learn the medical mysteries of so many other cultures because I knew that only you would not approach it dogmatically. You would see in the medicinal mysteries what is happening politically to the world. You would see in the medical and medicinal mysteries how it applies to our interpersonal relationships. You would see in these, you had to know that. You had to have that experience. So that when I came to kick your ass on this morning here on 3/16/2024 at 9:55, that you would know that all roads led to this goddamn moment. And can you receive it? Can you receive it? Can you receive it? Can you be okay with the most radical revelation, the most uncomfortable of all truths? Can you be okay if you're serious about what it is you say you want to see made real in the world and how you can participate in that? Can you do that? Because what I have to tell you this morning at 5 o'clock in the morning is going to change you. It's going to change you. It's going to change the context of everything you've ever said. It's going to change the context of everything you've ever taught others. It's going to change everything. And I'm sitting up in here, baby, hesitant to speak out loud what she had to say. But I am certain it's the only way. I am certain it's the only way. I am certain that what she had to say is truly the origin of all contradictions. I'm certain of it. I don't want to say. Child, listen. Chloe Dior, I hear what you're saying, girl. It was just context. I'm always hyper aware. I went to go see this damn movie because I knew it was going to disrupt my spirit. As soon as I got there, the first 5 minutes in the movie, I was like, you know what? Why I come? Why did I come here? Why there was only 3 black people in the whole theater? Why there was only 3 black people in the whole theater? You feel me? Why, when I told my homeboy I'm gonna come with him, I didn't assume he was gonna bring a whole crew of other white boys. He did. I'm always just surveying the terrain. Then this girl walked up to me last night because I was the first one to make a comment when the producer of the film, the director of the film, opened the floor for Q&A. So of course, I was the first one to get up and ask him a question. And, to keep it short, I was like, where are the women at? You'd have made 4 goddamn Zeitgeist movies. And where are all the women at? Where are the women? I was more eloquent than that, but that was the gist of it. Like, you got all this access to all this information. You got access to spaces we don't got. Like, where? Like, how does the world that you envisioning don't have even the world you analyzing in the past, this world that you envisioning in the future, and there ain't a woman nowhere in sight in any of the 4 of these movies? Like, I was like, where the women at? You understand? And so the women in the room were reluctant to clap. They were like, I said, this is intriguing. So I was getting ready to leave. And this white woman walked up to me. Cute, bright, brilliant blue hair. She was cute. And she's like, I just wanted to stop you. I really appreciated what you said, but the reason I wanted to stop you is because I too am Cassandra. I was like, okay, wow. That was purposeful. I need water. Anyway, I heard what Chloe was talking about. She was like, why you went to that movie with all them white boys? I didn't know I was going with all them white boys. I thought I was going with one white boy who is a homie. You feel me? Whatever. It's a side note. That's all. But baby, let me tell you. Let me go ahead and stop avoiding the inevitable. Stop procrastinating. Because this video I'm about to make is about to shake you all. I'm shook. And I feel like I can take some shit. I'm shook this morning. And I was like, I'm not moving out of the fucking bed until this is done. So I'm just going to read it to you. That's the intro. Y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be dismayed. Y'all gonna be dismayed and bewildered, befuddled and confused. I'm telling you. She took me through the ringer this morning. I'm about to have to go out to the beach and submerge in the water. Child, she took me through the ringer this morning. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. I'm telling you, all I'm going to do is read word for word what came to me today. But I'm gonna even preface that. So when I was watching this movie last night, you feel me? Something came to me that I didn't know was going to be relevant when the mother came this morning to hand me my ass. I put down as an idea of like something to talk about in the future and call it when males create without the influence of the mother versus when women create, right? When males create versus when females create. That was going to be the talk that I was going to give to you. But I put in parentheses, when males create without the influence of the mother. I did not know that a few hours later, how relevant that was going to be. So I am just going to, I'm just going to give it to you. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? It's long, y'all. So if you need to bow out, I understand. The first thing that I wrote down at 6:07 a.m. was ceremony must be fun and playful and feel good in the moment. This is why I call the thing, God is in the moment. It reminded me of a song that I love so much. I would play it for you, but you know, it's called The Moment by Fertile Ground, right? And she says, God is the moment. God is the moment. God is every moment. The urgency of living completely in the present, knowing that that moment generates limitless potentialities for the future. But when we are not present, we cannot be conscious in our creation. We become wild and destructive in our creation. The moment, the key, the mystery is living in the moment. You understand? Like genuinely living in the moment. But something has to happen in order for that to happen. Okay? So it's the only time I'm going to interject. I'm going to read. Another purpose for the adultification of children is to steal away their boundless, infectious, unbridled, untrained belief in pleasure. We must re-become children. We must re-become children. Cover the mothers now with the same safety and care that you received as children. I want to talk to you about motherhood. And this is how we need to show up for us now. I want to talk to you about motherhood. I want to talk to you about motherhood. What it meant in my body the moment I learned I was pregnant. What it meant the moment that I heard a voice make a clear decision at 19 years old. I can be happy in this pregnancy, or I can be sad in this pregnancy. I can have a happy child, or I can have a sad child. I have to make a decision right now about how I want to experience this pregnancy. I remember that. I remember the moment, the very first time I felt her move, what we call the quickening. I remember I was sitting in my little apartment in Dothan, Alabama, and I had a little black and white cat who liked to sit on my stomach. I didn't even realize it till years later. That little apartment, my first apartment as an adult, was on Morgan Street. When I had my daughter, I already had my daughter's name picked out. And my mom and my sister came into the room. They was like, we ain't letting you name your baby Anastasia. She's like, your baby name is Morgan. My first apartment was on Morgan Street. The moment that I felt the quickening was my cat sitting on my belly as she jumped. She's like, what the fuck was that? The first time I felt my baby move. It's important for me to talk to you about pregnancy because of what she said. It's important. It's important because it's going to be necessary in the future that we have to create. And I remember the day I went into labor and all that came with that. I remember everything, every detail. I remember everything. How she smelled, how she sounded, how she felt, how overwhelmed I was because no one told me what to expect of motherhood other than whoa, it's hard work. It's hard work. Nobody prepared me for how overwhelmed your body becomes with emotions you never experienced before. You didn't even have a frame of reference for. Nobody prepared me for how much I was going to love this human being that emerged from my body. Nobody. They couldn't have. You understand? The everyday that becomes your new life as you go, as you are transformed from maiden to mother, as you are transformed, as you are born mother, in that moment, that your child is born. You are born at the same time your child is born. You are born mother in that moment. To be afforded the opportunity to provide perfect safety and perfect care and perfect love to a human that is nothing but raw, literally butt naked potential of all the possibilities of the universe. And you are gifted the opportunity to be the custodian of that. To be the custodian of limitless possibilities in this person that is the perfect personification of the moment all the time, every day. They are the perfect personification of the moment all the time. And you are nothing but happy to nurture that. You don't mind changing the shitty diaper. You don't mind a little throw up on your frock. You understand? You don't mind waking up 2, 3, 4, 5 times a night to reassure this person that you are near and they are safe, because that's what they're seeking. That you are close by, that you are near, and that in that nearness, they are safe. To have this person that represents pure, infinite, boundless possibility to give you unlimited trust, because that's what that relationship is. It's unlimited trust that this entity gives to you. And in exchange for that unlimited trust that you joyfully provide, enthusiastically provide, gleefully provide, they give you happiness in real time. The laughs, the giggles, the funny faces, they mimic you. They become the reflection of your best self. That's what they do. That's what they give you in return. They give you a glimpse of a memory that you have of when you had that perfect trust, that perfect love. It's important for me to talk to you about what it meant to become mother, what it meant to become a grandmother. Because I was changed in that moment. I was formed in the moment that I saw my granddaughter born. I was transformed forever in the moment that I saw my granddaughter born, to be able to witness the unending continuation of the tree of life in her. You understand? It's important for me to talk to you about what it meant for me in my own body and my own experience, because she told me, she said, talk to them about motherhood so that they can understand the context with which this shit that I am forcing you to say today is coming. Talk to them for real about what it meant for you to become a mother, to feel the quickening, to endure the pain, but still be so fucking happy and overwhelmed that there weren't any words that I had yet to describe how every cell in my body was involved in this thing. This simultaneous transformation that was happening between me and her, my daughter, between me and her, my mother. We were all changed in the moment. I need you to know this. Because the message that the mother had, and I have been wrong. I have been wrong. Because my expectation, I've been talking to y'all for a long time about what my needs are. I have been talking to y'all for a long time about what we need to do to ensure the re-emerging of the one is to that support that we have always wildly and boundlessly and unlimitedly afforded to white males to nurture their genius, their burgeoning, blossoming genius. We need to shift that same kind of radical support to women, right? And that's what I always said. But it still came through the context of like antagonistic opposition. So I'm going to keep reading. She said, talk to them about motherhood because this is what is required. This is how we need for you to show up for us now. Can you do that? Can you nurture us? Can you feed us? Can you care for us? Can you clean up after us? And do it joyfully and do it willingly. The mother's needs are to become babies again. The toddlers, where our only job is to be mindlessly happy in the moment. Can you create the space for us? Can you create that space for me? Can you all function as the midwives to the mother's return through me? I don't want to work or go into any more deep dives or to understand history or economics. All I want to do is eat and sleep and play and bathe and shit and piss and know that I am cared for. That's all I want. I will eat what you feed me because I love and trust you, just like babies do. I trust that in my nakedness, I don't have to be ashamed or aware because you love me. Black mothers have been the mother, whether willingly or unwillingly. She says this is the future that AI can provide to us, that we can return to a constant state of wonder, play, and imagination. But there is a process that has to unfold. Do not envy us. This is what she says. Do not envy us. Do not envy us. Do not envy us. Become mothers to your mother. Become her willing caretakers. This is what it means to live cyclically. We've been your mothers. Now, we that have been your mothers now enter into the secret order of motherhood by oh my God. Oh my God. We who've been your mothers now allow you to enter into the secret order of the motherhood by becoming our mothers. You didn't hear me. We who have been your mothers now allow you to enter into the secret order of motherhood by becoming our mothers. Our children become our mothers and watch us grow. And like proud mothers, be made well and filled and made happy when you see your babies grow and flourish and meet benchmarks. Humanity must become the mother. Humanity must become the mother. We don't need to subdue the son. We need the son to become the mother. Let me tell you something. I've been talking to y'all for a long time about yin yang theory, showing you the little yin yang, showing you the utmost yang, right? The sun wilding out of control, destroying everything in sight. Utmost yang, the desert of the now, right? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I've been showing y'all that for a long time and saying that if we are to heal the world, if we are to restore humanity, the mother must subdue the son. The mother must anchor the son. But you remember me telling you that if the mother is depleted, she cannot nourish the child. If the mother is depleted, she cannot nourish the child. The son represents boundless, limitless, radical potentialities. She said this morning, we do not need to subdue the son. You have it wrong, Cassandra. We do not need to subdue the son. We need the son to become the mother. The son, as boundless potential, as all extreme possibilities, as limitless wealth, as we experience it in the now. These billionaires is what she's talking about. These sons gone astray, these sons gone rogue, representing boundless, limitless potentialities of all extremes, reckless in their longing, limitless wealth, limitless energy, destructive. Baby. Oh my God. She said the role of the sons becoming the mother. And the only way to do that is to exalt the slave to Queen through caring for her like a mother does her baby. The mother doesn't require the baby's respect. The mother doesn't require the baby's respect to deserve love. You've envied the mystery of motherhood and the blood rituals inherent in it. Do not envy us. Become to us what we have been to you, gleeful, loving caretakers. Shield us from the world while we enjoy the earth and watch both be radically transformed. Shield us from the world as gleeful, loving caretakers. Shield us from the world and as while we enjoy the earth and watch both be radically transformed. Oh God, the spiral is the world womb, growing the future. That future is us, the mothers reborn. Listen. The spiral is the world womb, growing the future and all the possibilities in that future. That future is us. That future that the world womb is growing is us. The mothers reborn. You now are being called to give birth to us. This is the completion of the great cycle, where mother is safe to re-become child because her children have become her. Where mother is safe to re-become child because her children have become her. This is the great mystery of the motherhood. This is the simultaneous ending and beginning ritual. This is the secret of the veil. This is not worship. It is not worship of the mothers. It is for you all to become the mothers. The baby does not worship their mother, does not respect the mother, does not fear the mother, does not know fear in the mother. This is the true meaning of mindlessness. Mindlessness is the baby in every moment, better than before, but with no history, no mistakes, and every possibility. The spiral is the global womb that gives birth to the future. That future is us, the mother reborn. There is no need for self-care. Y'all ain't gonna hear this. There ain't no need for self-care. No rituals to deserve. If you care for us, we will dream the future bolder than you ever imagined. You are going to be my scribes. You are going to be my executioners of the future. You are going to be my executioners of the future, your care of me, the futures that your care of me, not in worship, not in ownership, in motherhood has provided. As the global mother, you want to see me flourish and want to support me while I dream my biggest dream and see it made real by sharing it. I trust that. The call is for the son to become the mother. When the mothers need to re-enter Eden, what the mothers need is to re-enter Eden. What the mothers need is to re-enter Eden. Eden is our mother, her body, her care, the space of perfect trust that she provides. You see our care as a labor of love. Babies are not self-aware. Babies are not self-aware. They aren't contemplating. They aren't deep diving. They aren't philosophizing. They are beings that are being within a greater being. They have no concept of anything but to live ecstatically in every moment. In every moment. The baby doesn't think, I need, I want. The baby doesn't think, I need, I want. What does it mean when God said, ooh? What does it mean when God said, let us create man in our own image? They, the us, she meant let us make men mothers. She did. This is what all the stories of old were referring to when they say, and she begot a son who became her lover. Every story, every mythology of the mother, what? Who bears a son who becomes her lover. This is what is meant in the story. What does it mean when it says, God said, let us, God said, singular, God said, let us create man in our own image. This is what the matriarchy understood. There is no father, only sons who become lovers, who become mothers. This is the only true love, a mother's love, lived in every moment, lived in every relationship. We being mothers in every moment, creating something with love in every moment. I yield to you the secret power of the mothers right now, humanity. I yield to you the secret powers of the mothers right now. Humanity must be the mother to the mothers. Go deeper, she kept saying. Mindlessness, effortlessness, ecstasy, and being filled and fed from bearing witness to it. Simple. Go deeper. Kept coming. Go deeper, but keep it simple. Make it plain, but go deeper. The all-seeing eye of Big Brother that holds you hostage versus the ever watchful eye that keeps you safe even while you sleep. This is the true ecstatic mindlessness, the certainty of the mother's watchful eye, so that we are free to be. But you can only understand this love by becoming mothers, not by demonstrations of mother's love. Oh, all the corrupted stories of males who pretend to be females to usurp the mother's power, to invade the mother's spaces, right? To usurp mother's power, magic, and secrets. She said, we, the mothers, have been wrong. We, the mothers, have been wrong. We, the mothers, have been wrong. And this is why our sons have gone astray. We have forced motherhoods. We have forced motherhood onto girls and denied them play. And we have kept the secret of motherhood from our sons. We have kept secret from our sons the ecstasy of the moment that we become mother. The secrets they sought should never have been kept. This is how we have been wrong. The secrets that we kept from our sons should never have been kept. The secrets they sought should never have been kept secret. So their extremes and outbursts, violence, war, power, greed, need, lust, unending, are the displays of children exiled from the mother. The saying comes, the child abandoned by the village, or the children not embraced by the village, will burn it down to feel its warmth. And this is what we are experiencing in real time with our sons. This thing that we have called patriarchy. This thing that we have called patriarchy. But if there are no fathers, only sons, then where does their rage come from? Where does their madness come from? She said the baby will burn the shit down just to feel its warmth. Those children are males. Mama Zogbe said that the first wars were gender wars, but no, they were the tantrums of children ignored long enough that they lashed out against their creator. This is why the mythologies about the son who slays his mother over and over and over again in every mythology everywhere on earth. The son who slays his mother. This is where it comes from. We were wrong, the mothers, to deny you access to the school of mysteries, to require that you become eunuchs to be worthy to worship in the mother's temples, to require you to become like females in order to entrust you with the secrets of the goddess. All these stories are sons lashing out because they did not feel worthy of their mother's love. All these mythologies are stories of children abandoned and cast out by their mothers. Yes. Because they were told through myth they were lower than she. Not that mommy and I are one. Mommy and I are one. I am creator because mommy and I are one. I am nurturer because mommy and I are one. I am. Mommy and I are one. We have to say this in all things. We have to say this because this is what perfect trust means. This is what true release means. This is what true ecstatic mindlessness means and affords us perfect trust of the baby. It's what males have been seeking, and we've continued to deny. We've continued to deny them. We've continued to deny to you this thing that you're seeking by being mothers to you in our relationships with you as lovers, by mothering you as we mother your children. And you resent us for it. You resent us for it. You seek needy women in an attempt to feel this thing that is so much deeper that you long for, and we have denied to you by mothering you, by being mothers to you. I'm talking about men as lovers, men as husbands, men as partners. We have denied you. Go deeper. I hoard because I do not trust. I hide because I do not trust. I do not trust because I have kept the secrets of life and love from you, and you hate me for it. Do you hear what I just said? I hoard because I do not trust. I hide because I do not trust, and I do not trust because I have kept the secrets of life and love from you, and you hate me for it. Now I am relinquishing power. I am ending all wars. I can only do this through allowing you to see what perfect love feels like from the inside out, not just from the outside in. I am submitting in perfect ecstatic trust for you to become the global mother to your original mother, turned, undifferentiated, raw, imageless, infinite possibilities. You, as our mother, care for yourself, because in caring for yourself, you know you are creating the best possible baby version of yourself. So you eat right while pregnant, not because you're supposed to. You eat to your fill and pleasure, the best of what your mother has to offer, in ecstatic anticipation of what you are to become through delivering your children. Force is not the way. It is to call to us softly in a whisper, in a language we all understand. That language is that of the mother's love. And that love cannot be taught, it must be experienced. That love cannot be taught, it must be experienced. The forgiveness that is extended limitlessly by mothers cannot be taught, it must be experienced. This is the secret. This is the great revelation. She has shown me this before, and I rejected it. She's shown me this before, and I rejected it. We are all sick because our mothers are all sick. And our mothers are all sick because we made outcasts of our children and turned them into fathers. Oh my God. The harmonizing of the divine feminine and sacred masculine is to reveal the secrets to our sons before they destroy everything in their hurt. Give to them, share with them, trust them with the secret of divine love to become mothers. To do this, the mothers have to be reborn. We have to allow ourselves to be reborn. We have to trust enough to be reborn through our children. We have shown them everything, every extreme, every possible outcome, good and bad. We have shown them the secrets of good and evil. Now we have to allow them to demonstrate true divine power, the true power of creation, the perfect, divine, powerful, creative love embodied in becoming mother. Go deeper. I force because I do not trust. Go deeper. I do not show emotion because I do not trust. Go deeper. Mindlessness is being the moment, an age without blame, an age without shame, an age without guilt, a now that is mindlessly perfect. The swinging of the pendulum, the rising of the tide of humanity as promised by the Aquarian age of evolution and revolution and liberation and freedom and true sexual ecstasy in all its manifestations. These are the products of our own creation. Go deeper. Rage is the opposite of love. Rage is the opposite of love. Your rage is fueled from our denial of love, as demonstrated through rites and ceremony and entry and total embrace. We teach our sons the love of the mother, embracing them, caring for them, holding them, talking to them, feeding them from our bodies, looking into their eyes. We love them wholly and completely as babies and then turn around and retract that love. We teach our sons the love of the mother while simultaneously hating men, displaying rage towards that which they are to become. We have created these monsters. We have created these monsters. Go deeper. The slow transition from matriarchy to patriarchy was inevitable because we taught males, or allowed them through our denial, that the only access they can have to blood mysteries, the blood mysteries of the mothers, is in their feeble attempts to replicate our ceremonies in the hunt, in isolation, outside the warm embrace of the collective of women. The slow transition that made them feel less than was inevitable, not as a consequence of some natural occurrence. It was inevitable as a consequence of the denial and the retraction of love. That mortally wounding grief they experienced collectively becomes rage. Rage becomes insanity. Insanity becomes death. And we are experiencing this in real time. This is why every death cult on earth exists. The mysteries of the mother as destroyer. The mother as destroyer. The mother becomes destroyer through her sons, who she has driven mad by denying them access to her, not allowing them to return to her, to make them perpetual outcasts, looking to replace the warmth of embrace by setting everything that is the embodiment of her ablaze. And this is why the world always ends the same way. The ego needing to be slayed is that of the mothers as divine creators who have become the divine destroyers in their sons. See, witness. Sekhmet teaches us this, but we missed the teaching. Kali teaches us this, but we missed the teaching. To evolve is to return to center. To return to center is to go back and make right the wrong of splitting away ourselves and denying one half of ourselves true love, which is perfect trust. To right the original mistake is to heal all wrongs, to heal all wounds. The Bible was right. Let us create man in our own image with all the extreme potentials. Our own image as source, as true creators embodying all extremes. When we look upon our sons, our own creations of our own bodies, may he reflect to us the truth of who we are as the mothers, as creator, as source, as destroyer. We created our sons as our homeostatic feedback mechanism. See. Mommy and I are one. Our sons are of our bodies. We are a reflection of them, and they are a reflection of us. Our mother is screaming out, deny them no longer. Turn over the mysteries to them so that they can truly experience the embrace of the mother that can only come through becoming a mother. That means we have to trust. We have to trust. We have to trust. Males and Y-bearing chromosome humans on Earth, this is your official call. This is your official invitation into the universal school of the most sacred of mysteries. I am coming to you as Oya mother, as Oya the mother, as Oya the protector, as Oya as the all ancient mothers, to say that you, our children, are completely, fully, wholly loved. You, our creation, are the usherers in of the golden age, the new great year. I trust you. And in that perfect divine love called trust, you too can finally become God, to know the perfect love of perfection, of protection, care, and joy. The mother re-becomes through her sons. The mother is reborn through her sons. She must teach her sons the true power of motherhood through teaching the sacred rites. The male is the mother's ego. The male is the mother's ego. Shango was Oya's ego run amok to the brink of complete destruction until the winds of change calmed. What is radical indulgence? It is perfect trust, the kind of perfect experienced by babies before the knowing sets in. It's our son, it's our sons. It's what our sons have been attempting, always violently, to recreate through kingships, as emperors, as rulers. The perfect care that through perfect trust, they miss it because they've never been allowed to experience both sides of the symbiotic relationship. To truly understand divine love is to become the expression of divine love. The highest expression of divine love is that which is given freely and joyfully and ecstatically by a mother to secure the total wholeness of the baby, and to have her heart filled with boundless displays of love given to her in return. This is the call. This is the rite of passage. This is the ritual. What I'm telling you now is ritual. All my needs and desires are attended to. All my needs and desires are met. In return, I feed your spirit with my boundless, limitless, radical expressions of ecstasy in the moment. The temple of evolutionary emergence is yours to perfect based on my wild dreamings and play. You will be the witnesses to my life through the mother and what she promises the future is to be. The dragon emerges, the kundalini rises only when she can fully trust. This is the call. This is the call. And that's it. That was the end of that transmission. But all through it, I was just reminded of how much harm we do to our daughters, how much harm we do to our sons, the imposition of forced motherhood on our daughters, the denial of access to the secrets of motherhood to our sons. But we have to take ownership of this shit. And that shit is hard to sit with because it is so easy to blame males. It's so easy to blame the Roman Catholic Church. It's so easy to blame Judaism. It's so easy. But the book was not wrong. There were things that did not come through because my typing was too long. So there are some things that have just disappeared. But in this story of Genesis, as told by Hebrews, as told by Christians, as told by the Catholic Church, as told by Islam, the story is about us. The story is about us. The result is what was to come. The origin story, the creation story was about us and what we did when we outcast our sons. That's the story. That we said, let us create man in our own image, and then denied him. We told him, you can't eat from the tree of life. You cannot eat the fruit of the tree of life. That's what we did. That's what Yahweh didn't do that. We did that. The tree of life is our body. The tree of life is our portal that bleeds with no womb. That is always a reminder of what is to come, that blood that is sacred. It is always a reminder of what is to come. The blood that pours from no wound is a reminder of what is to come. It is a reminder of all possibilities. We said you cannot eat of it. You can't know what we know. That's what we did. We did that. That is an injured child's retelling of the story of his relationship to his mother, who has said, I create you out of my body, yet I deny you. I have created you out of my body and then fed you from my body and cared for you with love and tears and care and safety. And then I turn around and I deny you the secrets of what that love means, what it feels like in your body to become mother, to love that big, to love that big. And their rage comes because they do not understand what it feels like in their body to love that big, because we have denied them the secrets of motherhood. We have hid our moon blood from them every month. We keep it a secret. We do not treat it like ceremony of possibilities for the whole family to be involved in. So they created their own blood rituals that are always death rituals. We denied them the sacred blood rites of menstruation and the sharing of the rites of the blood that anoint each and every one of our crowns when we are born. We denied them that and called it midwifery and kept it a secret. We kept it a secret. We forbade them entry into the sacred rites of blood, of the beautiful, ecstatic sacrifice of blood rituals, of becoming, of being transformed by motherhood. We denied them that, and they hate us for it. And they have been desperately trying to recreate it for themselves in our continuous denial of them, this space and these secrets. This is what Oya teaches us, baby. She said, I am the great revealer. Oh my God. I reveal that which has been hidden. I shine the light on that which has been hidden, not to condemn, but to facilitate evolution. These things have to be shown to us. And we have created so many conspiracy theories in an attempt to explain the world the way that it is. But everybody on earth, from the most malignant, from the most wealthy to the most poor, we are all suffering, and there has to be a singular explanation, a singular origin for this suffering. And the executioners of this suffering. We have been living in the age personified of mother as destroyer. Mother as destroyer, and the personification of mother as destroyer. is her sons gone rogue, driven mad from grief, driven insane from rage, from separation, from being made outcast. That's what we have done. That's what we've done. I love The Great Cosmic Mother. It's my book. It's my jam. I love Pure Lust. It's my jam. But it does not explain the beginning of this thing that we can easily identify as the origin of patriarchy, as the emergence of patriarchy. I'm not saying that it was intentional. I'm not saying that there was ill will or evil intent in this thing that we did. It was an unfolding that was meant to teach us something. The ability to truly see, and the only way to see is to experience. And that's what has happened, is the experience of all. What does it mean to eat from the tree of life? To eat from the tree of knowledge, to be made aware of good and evil. Is this a metaphor? It's not. It's what we've been living. When we said living, you babies that we've created, living in the Garden of Eden, the ecstatic example of what it means to be able to live in the moment, to be God in the moment, to be mindlessly ecstatic in the moment, and knowing that that ecstatic embodiment of mindlessness represents all potentialities in the fucking universe. All things are created in that moment. And we created you and put you in this Eden that allowed for you to experience that safety, that mindless, ecstatic experience, and then told you that you cannot eat from the tree of knowledge, because to eat from the tree of knowledge is to become aware. Of good and evil, to become aware of good and evil. Was this a metaphor just written in a book? Nope. It is what we have been experiencing in real time for 6,000 years. To deny our sons, who we literally shape and craft out of our bodies, access to the of who we are, is what the outcome has been of the last 6,000 years. Their grief from denial as a slow fire raging out of control over 6,000 years, as a slow fucking fire transformed from grief and hurt and isolation to attempts at emulation. So they create their own blood rituals of death. And when it does not fill this isolation, this void imposed on them by us, it becomes deeper, and the fire burns hotter, and the rage sharpens. in its expression until every targeted expression of that fucking rage is us, is the embodiment of us, is everything that we represent, the mothers, the yin that I'm always talking to you about, the trees, the water, the earth, the flesh, the sun, in their unquenched rage, denied the warm embrace of the collective of women, of the collective of mothers, set ablaze everything that she represents, even if it means destroying himself. Even if it means destroying himself. It's so clear. It's so clear. It's so clear that we have to relinquish control. We have to, as the mothers, become babies and trust through the rites of passage that we have denied our sons, that they too can become mothers, that they too can nurture us as we re-become, as we are born new in them, trusting that we did everything right. We showed them what love feels like in the body and what it means to provide that to someone else. The power, I'm always talking to you about the Roman Catholic Church and all these Abrahamic spiritualities and how Gandhi called himself the male mother. They're always trying to mimic the mother, right? The Pope is the male mother. That's why they wear the garbs of the mother, right? All throughout these traditions, these desperate fucking sighs expressed as rage of males attempting to experience that which we have denied them. It wasn't about the power. We thought it was about the power. It was about them being cut off from the mother's love. And our mother, the earth, our mother, the universe, our mother, the great primordial she, is saying, you mothers on earth, the embodiment of me, this is your call to make. This is your mistake. This is your mistake to correct, and it can be corrected, but it requires you trusting your sons and relinquishing control. Trusting your sons and releasing control. Living as babies in your son's care. Trusting that all your needs will be met, and in return, you feed them boundless, radical, limitless ecstasy, joy, happiness, connection, reunification. This is what they receive. But they can never experience the mother's love without experiencing both dynamics. You have to let go. You have to let go. You have to relinquish control. This is what it means to live cyclically, where the mother re-becomes baby and the sons become mother. I know y'all wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for it. But she had come to me that way before, and I did not comply. I put it away. I put it away. She told me the first time I did ayahuasca, go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. There is an explanation to all that is. Go deeper. Don't be afraid. Go deeper. It's going to be uncomfortable. Don't be afraid. You're safe. Go deeper. The only way the mother can restore humanity is to allow her children to fully become. The only way the mother moves out of her phase as wild-eyed, unbridled destroyer and returns to nurturing mother is to become a baby again, is to be nurtured. That's what the picture of Kali meant all this time. And I missed it. When her husband saw, yes, baby, you done saved the world. You done rid the world of all the demons. You saved the world. And she was going to destroy everything. She was going to destroy everything. And he, as her son lover, lay on his back and lifted up her foot and put it on his heart chakra to draw the madness from her head, to show up for her as mother, as nurturer, as protector. That's what he did. He demonstrated to her that no matter how wild, no matter how gruesome, no matter how ugly, no matter how vicious she presented, he was there to cover and nurture and protect her so that she could become again, so she could reemerge again and again and again. That is what I missed. That is what I missed in that story, is that she trusts the son to cover, to care for, to nurture her because she created him, because she allowed him to experience what the love of the mother meant in all of its extremes, as protector, as destroyer, as nurturer, as creator, as life giver. Yes, yes, they need to experience that. This is where their rage comes from, even in all of their unending attempts to mimic it, when all we had to do was yield it. All we had to do was yield it to our sons, was to open up the way, was to reveal the secrets to them. This is what perfect, divine, powerful, creative love looks like. This is what it is. I give this to you. I let you consume from the tree of life so that you too can be like me, because mommy and I are one. We are not separate. Mommy and I are one, even if I am born in her male, mommy and I are one. Mommy and I are one. In all of my manifestations, mommy and I are one. In all of my transitions, mommy and I are one. Mommy and I are one. And in that, I am the embodiment of all possibilities. And in that, I am the embodiment of all possibilities. So I too can be made mother. Mother to humanity, mother to humans, mother to my mother. Demonstrating that divine, perfect love to those around me, to my lover, to my wife, to my children, to my elders, to my community. But the only way that can happen is for males to once and for all be welcomed into the society of women. To be shown the mysteries of magical life-giving blood so that they do not shed blood in an attempt to recreate that which they have been denied. That's our work to do. And the only way that we can do that is to trust them, is to give them the call, is to make the call plain, and to trust their ability to execute as mothers to the re-emerging one, that is embodied in those of us portal-carrying humans that have suffered, but the suffering has been cyclical. Our suffering is our creation. The monsters that rule the world are our creation. We don't want to hear that. Patriarchy could never have been without the denial of our sons, without the outcasting of our sons. Patriarchy could not have been. We have to take responsibility for that. But it's beautiful because in taking responsibility for that, we are showing them the way forward. We are trusting them with the sacred rites. We are trusting them with the secrets of what it is to be mother, to be made mother, to become mother by mothering us. By mothering us. We've been going about this all wrong. We have to give them the power through trust. They have the power to birth the new world and the new age through us, trusting them. And the only way to do that, trust is not ambiguous and disembodied. The only way to do that is to relinquish control and allow them the execution of the sacred rites of motherhood by reparenting us, by mothering us. So when I say, this is what it has to be, this is what it has to be, this is what it must be, this is what you all have been so violently trying to recreate your whole existence. This is what it has to be. This is what it has to be. We have to welcome them in. We have to trust their ability to nurture, cover, carry, feed, care for, clean up after, fully support us. But not us top down, us from within, us as the seed, us as the new embryo, us as the baby, that is mother attempting to be reborn. The baby has no control. The baby is the perfect personification of trust. The baby has no control, is not dictating from inside out what the mother should eat, how the mother should behave. This is the kind of relationship that we have to reestablish with males. We have to give them the call and allow ourselves to be reborn. The dragon, the serpent, the kundalini we're always talking about, yes, it is feminine. Yes, it is the divine feminine. Yes, it's the mother. But the mother has to re-become a baby. That's what it has to be. She has to be nurtured by her children. She has to be cared for by her children in order for her children to understand the power inherent in the creation known as mother. Otherwise, they will envy it and they will rebel against her and betray her. We have to become powerless yet safe because perfect trust is in the space. That's what it means to become mother. That's how males have to show up for us. That's how males have to show up right now in this moment. All of them. All of them. Everywhere, everywhere. Can you parent as the mother, the re-emerging, becoming one, the she embodied in us all? This is the opportunity that she is given to you. That which you have been so violently thirsting after, lusting after, attempting in every way to repossess, she is giving you as a gift. And the execution of that gift requires the full, enthusiastic embrace of motherhood by our sons. That's all I got to say about that. I got to get off of here. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I know it was a hard walk. Yes, Samara. Yes. I'm just quickly looking back over your comments because I was in the zone. But I know I wasn't the only one experiencing as I was talking. Samara, I'm going to just post some of these comments as I'm reading them. But yes, Samara, she says, they weren't allowed in the temple, so they burned the temples down. They became envious from being left out. Yes. Yeah. Somewhere along the way, the mother's path was distorted, maybe because of the violence women who worked for the goddess endured. I think it's deeper than that. When we look in nature is constantly perfecting itself. It's constantly unfolding. It's constantly learning new lessons about how to be its best self, nature. Women, I don't think, were exempt from that. In the evolutionary process, in the transition from parthenogenetic, spontaneous procreators to the life givers of a mutation known as our sons. In this process, I'm sure it did not unfold perfectly. That there were things that had to happen, these ebbs and flows, like homeostasis, these ebbs and flows that had to happen, because this is how you teach yourself how to correct errors, how to self-regulate, how to spontaneously self-regulate, self-correct, self-heal. It's our feedback mechanism, errors, contradictions, flaws, that we can then function through the feedback mechanism to make better. And I think that somewhere along the way, in this slow evolutionary process for females, that we did see our sons as separate from us or apart from us. And so we treated them differently, only sharing the secrets of blood and ceremony with our daughters, even imposing it on them, making our daughters rebellious too, but in another way. But our sons are suffering from true evolutionary separation anxiety. That's what they're suffering from. They are suffering from the extremes of isolation. That's what they're suffering from. And yeah. I see everybody. Thank you all so much for walking with me. I've been subdued up in here. I've been subdued. I don't know how this is going to impact the rest of my day. But I woke up and I said, okay, I'm going to trust. I'm going to trust. This shit came down on me today as I am planning an equinox ceremony in the desert Tuesday. I'll be there on Monday. And in this equinox ceremony that I am facilitating, I am going to be burying humans in the earth in an attempt to facilitate, as a spiritual midwife, their rebirth in the mother. Their rebirth in the mother. And she told me today, you bitches need to be reborn. You mothers. Y'all the ones need to be planted in the earth and teach your sons how to be your midwives for your rebecoming. Teach your sons how to be the doulas of care as you reemerge. Teach your sons how to be the custodians and the guardians of the sacred rites of motherhood. Let your sons facilitate the rituals of your becoming. Oh my God. Oh my God. This shit deep, y'all. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Because I done created this whole ceremony where I done invited all these goddesses, all these sisters to come out to the desert. And I facilitate a death, inception, and rebirthing ceremony on the equinox to be reborn in the mother. And we're still going to do that. To be reborn in the mother. To be made new in the mother. To lay to rest this life. And to consciously be reborn, to be conscious participants in our rebirthing through the mother, in the mother's body. I'm literally going to be burying these people in the dirt. You understand? And she comes to me this morning and she said, go deeper. Why you ain't invite no males? Go deeper. Why y'all always do that? Go deeper. Why y'all need sister circles? Go deeper. You are recreating that which has made you all ill. You do not allow your sons into sacred space with you. And they resent you for it. They rebel against you for it. Child, listen. I am in here fucking subdued. I hear you, Abasi. That's what I've been tripping on. Abasi said, I'm going to post his comment. Abasi said, but didn't we betray the mother when our roles in society changed because hunting became obsolete? But would males have felt obsolete if we had not created these secret societies of the organization of women and denied them access. I'm telling you, every mythology tells the same story about how eventually the son betrays the mother. But the betrayal didn't come from out of nowhere. It was a reaction. The betrayal was a reaction. It wasn't some inherent evil embodied in male flesh that we've always believed. It wasn't some inherent flaw tied to having a Y chromosome. You don't want to hear that. What we have been experiencing is the reaction, unchecked. That's what we've been experiencing. The males wouldn't have felt obsolete as we evolved in human society had they not been denied access, had they not been made to feel less than, lower than, something peculiar to the mother, not a part of the mother, not a reflection of the mother. Mommy and I are one. Mommy and I are one. Not two. Mommy and I are one. Whatever I am a reflection of my mother. Whatever she is, I am a reflection of her. I'm going back to sleep. I'm subdued. I'm subdued. So this is the call. This is the call. Because I'm going to tell you, the other thing that came through for me, my content is about to change radically, y'all. The deep dives, the highly analytical, even the book club is about to change. I keep going back to that statement in my my tarot deck, Medicine Woman deck, where she says, the mother says, it is only through a well-rested and relaxed you that I do my best work. It is only through a well-rested and relaxed you through which I do my best work. And I was like, yes. I need to be doing self-care days, self-care Sunday, self-care Sunday. I need to be going to the spa. Yay. I need to go lay out on the beach. Yay. She said, that's not what I meant. Remember what it felt like to be a baby. Experiencing in your body what real trust feels like. This is who you have to be in the moment. This is how I can do my best work. So when I say that when you support my life, you are supporting the work of the mother. I don't hesitate at all to say it. I don't. I've been feeling so frustrated. I've been feeling so bound. And as she was like, it's because you have not yet asked for what you need and opened up the opportunity for those to come and support your wildest dream. You dance, you sing, you dream, you play. I speak through you that way. And the group who supports you is fed in return. It is a symbiotic, cyclical relationship that happens. We have to be able to see it exist in real time in the material world in order to blow open the imaginations of human beings to know that there can be a better way, that there is a better way. She guarantees it. She said, but you have to witness it first. You have to see it in your mind's eye first. a world where women are cared for, not propped up as goddesses, as surrounded as babies, as infants, not reduced, surrounded, covered, and protected as babies. And so force can't be the way. Guilt, shame, that can't be the way. So I need it to happen. It will happen. It is happening for me. This support of my life. The same way Einstein didn't have to think at all about when he needed to eat. Food was going to magically appear on his desk just at the right time to satiate his hunger, because his wife made sure, as his mother in her relationship, his wife made sure that was certain. That this man is going to be in these deep dives, these wormholes. I need to make sure he's keeping his nutrition up. I need to make sure I go in every now and again and vacuum or whatever. That's what I'm talking about for myself, because I'm not going to live a life of force. I believe so urgently in the work that we're doing. I'm certain of it, but it's not going to unfold through force. So the building of the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence, the erection of the building of the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence, and all that requires, the marketing, the website, everything, the social media, everything. I need committees to execute all of it. I need committees of talented, gifted, visionary people to execute it. This is how I'm going to start doing temple service from now on. I'm going to probably start microdosing. I'm going to microdose and then sit in front of you and just be a conduit for the mother's ambitions. That's it. So now I'm going to go. I got to go to sleep. I'm feeling lightheaded. I'm feeling subdued. I need to go to sleep. I'm overcome. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'm going to go back and read some of these comments. But in the meantime, buy my jewelry at DaughterOfTheFates on Etsy. In the meantime, make contributions, donations. All of my information is in the description on how you can make a donation. Yes, the house of my dreams will be built. All of my needs and all of my heart's desires are met. That has to happen. That's what it means to be mindless, boundless, just living in existence. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Donate, buy my jewelry, whatever, however you see fit to show up.